Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And because votes have been called on the floor, I'm going to be brief and turn my questions into a little bit more of a statement/directive. Appreciate you all being here today, and I really do hope that DOD will take TAP and ensuring a smooth transition as seriously as is warranted, and will continue to support our service members through thick and thin, when they're out, when they're in. Mr. Board, thank you. We haven't gotten to some of the VA stuff. I do want to thank you all for your engagement, for your leadership in addressing the social drivers of health and helping our veterans as they transition to civilian life. One thing, I just want to make sure that the VA is not only assessing and providing initial interventions that match veteran families to social resources, but also to see these referrals through to completion. And even in some way, maybe you all are doing it, but making sure there's a systematic way to capture completion data related to the internal consults and community referrals, and to provide necessary follow-ups for veterans who might have just engaged a social worker even one time. Something to think about, and appreciate you all being here today. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. I now recognize myself for as much time as I may consume. So in the military, you issue orders and things like that, and one of the things that you do is you have someone restate the mission so that you know that they know what your intent is. So Ms. Ortega, I would like you to restate the mission that was given to you by my colleague from the great state of Kentucky.
So the mission is to get and provide more details for each of the service members, specifically to TAP in terms of how they're connected, who they're connected with, and what are those specific responsibilities of both the counselor, the TAP counselor, and the individual.
So, Mr. McGarvey, is that accurate?
Somewhat, yeah. I think we want to know who is responsible and how this is happening, and who we can actually get this information from as well.
Okay. So this is your mission, ma'am, from Mr. McGarvey. You're going to come back here, and you're going to tell us by department, by name, who is responsible for these specifically, and the series of things that my colleague from the other side of the aisle has asked you will be reported on, and that will happen by the end of the month, or I will personally hold you accountable, because now I have a name. And I think it should be telling to everybody here on this panel and the people behind you that when we all agree, there is no daylight between the Republicans and the Democrats on this committee. Zero. And we have to do better. And this, we're going to work harder, we're going to double efforts, no, it's garbage, unacceptable. So that's your first mission. The second one is I want answers in the English language for these 9 questions that I do not need to put a condiment on, okay? No more word salad, not doing it. Because our veterans are killing themselves because they have 7 bosses. On that note, today is World Suicide Prevention Day. So if anybody's having any issues, I need you to dial 988 and then press 1. So I am unwilling to have another one of my friends or colleagues or someone that has protected our nation kill themselves because of word salad. It ain't happening. I want to thank everybody for attending today, and I appreciate the discussion. And this is not over. We just have to do better, and we can. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and I don't want to go there, okay? So with that, I yield to my friend and colleague, Ranking Member Levin, for any closing statements you may have.
I just appreciate the chairman's commitment to working together in a collaborative way, and